What is happening in Houston is not just a renewal, it is a silent revolution. While everyone was talking about the big names in free agency, the Texans acted quietly and every move was meticulously calculated. Stroud is no longer alone. Justin Watson has arrived. Nick Caley has taken control. And what they are building could turn this offense into a tactical nightmare for any AFC defense. The tape does not lie. We are witnessing the birth of an offensive machine with precision, intelligence, and physicality to change the course of the franchise. But why this acquisition, ignored by many, could be the key to unlocking the most lethal version of Stroud? And how will Caley orchestrate this within a system that promises to adapt week after week? Let's break it all down now. The signing of Justin Watson to a one-year contract by the Houston Texans goes almost unnoticed by untrained eyes, but represents a significant tactical piece when we examine the trajectory that Stroud is building and the new offensive philosophy that Nick Caley is implementing in Houston. When we analyze the film, we realize that we are not just looking at a simple addition to the depth chart, but at a calculated move to enhance one of the most promising young quarterbacks in the league. Stroud emerged as the face of the Texans after a rookie season that redefined expectations. With an impressive processing speed, he demonstrated a rare ability to read defensive coverages and adjust his progressions with millimeter precision, a quality that few quarterbacks show so early in their careers. His consistent passing mechanics allowed him to complete 63.9% of his passes for 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions in 2023, posting a passer rating of 100.8. These numbers are no mere coincidence, but a direct reflection of his ability to anticipate passing windows and make correct decisions even under defensive pressure. It is precisely in this context that Justin Watson fits as a strategic complementary piece. The 6'2", 215-pound wide receiver does not arrive as a dominant target or primary deep threat, but brings a technical profile that works in perfect symbiosis with Stroud's strengths. His ability to find soft spots in zone coverages aligns with the quarterback's anticipation throws, creating a combination that promises to elevate the offense's efficiency in critical situations, especially on long third downs where Stroud has already demonstrated excellence in the 2024 season. Watson's experience as a 3-time Super Bowl champion during his stints with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Kansas City Chiefs adds a layer of value that transcends statistics. When we analyze his performance in 2024, we observe a receiver who, although not posting high-volume numbers, showed impressive situational metrics. In just 11 games played after returning from a knee injury, Watson recorded 27 receptions on 40 targets, displaying a catch rate of 67.5%, a reliability indicator that complements Stroud's accuracy. Even more revealing is his performance in crucial moments. In games decided by tight margins, 0 to 7 points, Watson accumulated 16 receptions for 190 yards and 1 touchdown, demonstrating an ability to deliver when it matters most. His average of 13.1 yards per reception suggests that he can stretch the field vertically, but it is his functional strength and contested catch ability of 60% that truly stand out in his technical profile, elements that create a reliable target for Stroud in high-pressure situations. The partnership between quarterback and wide receiver becomes even more relevant under the new offensive philosophy implemented by Nick Caley. The former Los Angeles Rams assistant brings to Houston a system that prioritizes positional versatility, a concept that fits perfectly with Watson's profile as he split his time between inside and outside alignments with the Chiefs, with approximately 1/3 of his snaps occurring in the slot. This adaptability allows Caley to explore different formations and create positional conflicts for opposing defenses. Caley recognizes the challenges faced by Stroud last season when the quarterback was sacked 52 times and pressured in 38.6% of his dropbacks. To address this, his system incorporates concepts like slide protections and max protections in critical situations, reducing Stroud's exposure in the pocket and allowing him to develop his game with precise timing. Another area where Watson can be valuable with his ability to synchronize movements and create separation on intermediate or crossing routes. When we analyze the film from Stroud's 2024 season, we observe a quarterback who demonstrated significant growth in his ability to adjust his game according to the opponent. Against aggressive defenses, he prioritized short and intermediate passes to maximize efficiency, exactly the kind of scenario where Watson thrives with his route-running precision and quickness off the line. In games where the pocket collapsed quickly, Stroud was still able to keep his eyes downfield but didn't always find targets capable of creating consistent separation, a gap that Watson can fill with his ability to find spaces in zone coverages. The most interesting aspect of this potential partnership is how it aligns with the concept of a game plan team that Caley brings from his experience with the Patriots under Bill Belichick. This means the Texans will not limit themselves to a single style of play, but will adapt their scheme weekly to exploit specific weaknesses of their opponents. Against defenses that constantly pressure, Watson can be used on quick routes and hot reads, serving as an escape valve for Stroud. Against looser coverages, his ability in contested catches allows him to exploit the middle of the field with intermediate routes. A technical aspect often overlooked is Watson's contribution to the running game as an effective blocker, a crucial element for the balance that Caley seeks to establish between runs and passes. In Kansas City, Watson demonstrated a willingness to engage defenders and create lanes for running backs, which potentially increases his time on the field and, consequently, his chemistry with Stroud in play-action situations, a concept that Caley will certainly explore to maximize the quarterback's arm talent. The split metrics for Watson reveal a particularly relevant data point for projecting this partnership. In night games and high-visibility matchups such as those on Wednesdays and Mondays, Watson posted impressive averages, suggesting that he thrives under the spotlight, an important mental quality for a team looking to rise in the AFC hierarchy. Against AFC North opponents, Watson was especially efficient, recording 5 receptions for 107 yards and 1 touchdown, demonstrating an ability to perform against physically imposing defenses. When projecting the development of the Stroud-Watson duo for 2025, it is impossible to ignore how the mental processing of both can create a competitive advantage. Stroud already demonstrates an unusual ability to quickly read defenses, while Watson, educated in the prestigious finance program at the University of Pennsylvania, brings a high level of processing speed and tactical understanding. This combination of smarts and physicality can turn third downs into first downs with alarming consistency for opposing defenses. The incorporation of Watson into the Texans system should also be analyzed through the lens of red zone efficiency, an area where Stroud still has room for growth. In 2023 to 2024, the Texans converted 55% of their red zone opportunities into touchdowns, slightly below the league average. Watson, with 9 touchdowns on 61 attempts over his career, offers a target with a reliable catch radius for situations with limited space, potentially increasing the team's conversion rate in 2025. A technical factor that deserves attention is Watson's ability to maximize his opportunities within the system. His consistency in regular receptions suggests that he rarely wastes precious targets for a quarterback like Stroud, who values efficiency and precision. This synergy could be particularly valuable in 2-minute drill situations where every second and every yard counts. Caley's philosophy of establishing a consistent pace through the running game with gap schemes and outside zone concepts creates the perfect scenario for Stroud to exploit play action, an area where his layered passing ability shines. Watson, with his versatility to line up both in the slot and externally, offers flexibility to explore different layers of the field in these situations, whether on intermediate crossers or comeback routes along the sideline. When we observe Stroud's progression during the 2024 season, we notice that his pocket awareness improved significantly, allowing him to remain calm under moderate pressure and deliver passes with ideal timing. This development aligns perfectly with Watson's profile, whose body control and functional strength enable him to adjust to slightly off-target passes, a valuable safety net for a developing quarterback. The key to the success of this duo in 2025 lies not only in their individual skills, but in their ability to synchronize in critical situations. On long third downs during the previous season, Stroud completed 58% of his passes, converting 42% of those situations into first downs, respectable numbers, but with room for improvement. Watson, with his consistency on intermediate routes and ability to find spaces in tight zone coverages, could be the difference maker to elevate those percentages. The tactical adaptability that Caley implements with the Texans creates a perfect environment to maximize this partnership. As a game plan team, Houston will be able to adjust its offensive approach weekly against defenses that prioritize pressure, using Watson as a hot read. Against zone match coverages, exploiting his ability to find soft spots, and against man-to-man coverage, taking advantage of his functional strength in contested catches. After examining the film of both players and understanding the new philosophical direction of the Texans under Caley, it becomes clear that we are looking at a partnership with significant potential. This is not just about adding a complementary wide receiver to the roster, but incorporating a piece that fits perfectly with the franchise quarterback's strengths and the offensive coordinator's vision. Stroud gains a reliable target who knows how to position himself in relation to coverages. Watson finds a quarterback whose precision and anticipation enhance his efficiency, and Caley obtains tactical versatility to implement his adaptable game philosophy week by week. The evolution of the Texans' offense in 2025 will not be defined solely by Stroud's development or the addition of Watson, but by how Caley integrates all the elements into a cohesive system that maximizes their complementary strengths. The game plan team approach will allow the coordinator to adapt his scheme weekly, creating favorable matchups that highlight Stroud's surgical precision and Watson's reliable target acquisition, especially in critical situations that define wins and losses in the NFL. For the more astute observers of the game, the real story in Houston is not the individual signing of a wide receiver with modest numbers, but a calculated move to create an offensive infrastructure where each piece elevates the other. Watson not only provides a reliable target for Stroud, but his presence creates opportunities for other receivers, forcing defenses to respect multiple threats and creating exploitable spaces at all levels of the field. As the 2025 season approaches, Texans fans have reasons to believe that the Stroud-Watson duo within the new offensive philosophy could represent a qualitative leap for an offense that has already shown glimpses of excellence. The ingredients are present. It now remains to be seen how this chemistry will develop when the games begin and opposing defenses attempt to disrupt this new offensive horizon taking shape in Houston. And you, the fan, what do you think of this Stroud and Watson duo? Are you confident that Watson can be a powerful weapon in the Texans' offense? Comment below and share your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and leave your like. Thank you, and see you soon.